Stock markets are rallying today after Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell hinted at lower interest rates coming soon. Of course, when interest rates are decreasing, investors can't generate as much yield in safe investments like government bonds. And so investors sometimes will look to dividend stocks to replace government bonds as a source of yield for their investing funds. In that regard and in that sentiment, I'm going to highlight 3 undervalued dividend stocks investors can buy now and hold for the very long term. The first undervalued dividend stock I'm going to highlight is Clorox. Now, the way I identify undervalued dividend stocks is by calculating a discounted cash flow valuation, and I've created my own proprietary valuation framework that I utilize to make these calculations. And we arrive at the intrinsic value per share of $213 for Clorox stock. That compares favorably to the current market price of just $121. So in this way, I calculated Clorox as an undervalued dividend stock that investors can buy today and hold for the long term. The next stock I'm going to highlight as an undervalued dividend stock is Visa. And I made a similar calculation for Visa stock. And we arrive at an intrinsic value per share of $401, and that compares favorably to the company's current market price of $349. And in that way, I calculated Visa as an undervalued dividend stock investors can buy now and hold for the very long term. Last but not least, Lockheed Martin is another undervalued dividend stock I wanted to talk about here. The present value of all of the free cash flow I expect Lockheed Martin will generate between today and the very, very long run is just a little under $190 billion. The company is expected to generate free cash flow of $6.5 billion in 2025, rising all the way up to $11 billion by 2035. This growth rate in free cash flow for Lockheed Martin is not very exciting, but the company generates consistent cash flow and it has a backlog of orders of several $billion, and its military equipment like the F-35 fighter jet is one of the most valuable assets for the United States military and the allies of the United States. In fact, the management team highlighted its role in the most recent operation where the United States military bombed the nuclear facilities of Iran. The products, the F-35 and Lockheed Martin's planes paved the way for air superiority.
Click the link below to watch the full video.